Hello, my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. Once again, I welcome you all to this online lecture. As we know, from last 2-3 lectures, we are discussing about modern approach to chemical industry. This is a third lecture of this topic. In the last lecture, we discussed about unit process, unit operation, and quality control. In this lecture, we are going to discuss some new units of the chemical industry, which is process control, research and development, and pollution control. These are also the very important units, departments regarding the industry. So let me start one by one. The first, process control. As we know, in the name of the process control, here the control of a process which is undertaken in this process control department. For example, the control of a variables such as temperature, concentration, pressure, time, flow rate of reactants of chemical reactions are controlled for getting a desired product in an economic way is called as the process control. Means what? Here in this process control department, process control unit, the control of the variables for performing a chemical reaction, for performing a process which are controlled maybe of all these variables, temperature, pressure, concentration, etc., are controlled by under the process control. The strict control at every step in a process is necessary for obtaining a product in high standard or a purity. Means where the organization or company is always trying to produce a quality product, produce a standard product. So these products are controlled in a chemical reaction in a process with a process control. Means in a process control, it must includes the control of a reaction, control of a process, as well as testings are also be done in this process control unit. Okay. The process control involves the main important steps. Here in this department also, the analysis of incoming raw materials are taken, analysis of incoming raw material, analysis of intermediates of products, analysis of end products, that is nothing but the finished product, final products. Their analysis is must undertaken, because here the control of a product, whether the purity standard specifications are maintained by the analysis of incoming raw material, analysis of intermediates, analysis of end product. In modern chemical plants, process control is achieved through the use of automatic instrumental methods. Here we can say, in process control unit, it may be of analog, it may be of digital. Means how the process can be controlled, maybe of digital. For example, if temperature is controlled, once we set up the temperature with a digital machine, if how much temperature you require at a particular step. Suppose if a reaction is going on, initially this much of temperature you require, you set up the temperature. After some times you require this much of temperature, again you can set up by the digitally. Means there are some automatic machines are also there, or there are some manually we can control. Some pressures are controlled manually, some temperatures are controlled manually, some are controlled automatically. Means there are automatic as well as digital. We can say this process control involves analogs as well as digital machines. Okay. So likewise, we control any process by the process control department. Next, research and development. This is also very significant unit which is in an industry or any organization. Research and development, this is one of the a backbone of the or any industry or organization, in which here the research is going on and certain developments are continuously going on with a changes. What the research and development it provides, this related to the creative work undertaken in this department. What actually done, research is going on means why the research is required as per the changes of the products. You cannot be a stable product as per the requirement of the customer. You have to need the modifications, you have to do the modifications, you have to take some changes. So for that you require the research. As we know, for example, as we know, we are nowadays, we everyone has the smartphones. Now we are using the dual sims, android mobiles. Before that, we go for 10 years before. What happens, there was a single phone was there, which is a single sim. Now it changes, means there is some research is done for the products which are changes is required as per the customer requirement, as per the development of the organization. If you want to develop the organization, develop the industry, you require the researches in the product, you require some modifications, you require some changes with respect to the product. So this can be done under the research and development unit. So it relates with the creative work undertaken. Research develops changes, utilizations. In development, the modification of research ideas to the industries. Once the research is carried out, means in a research this can be done, this modification can be done. So that modification can be developed by the development. Okay. What are the outcomes and the profits of research and development? We can see here the cost, the reduced cost, slashed pieces of the product. Now let us consider, if let us consider a pharmaceutical industry. If a product, if a medicine, if it has higher cost, let us consider one tablet, if it is required for 100 rupees, there must be continuous research will continue for the purpose of to reduce the costs, to reduce the cost of the product. With that, the benefits of the society, means once the you reduce the cost of the product, definitely the product can be we can sell into the market with a certain amount. So that the cost is very important, cost can be reduced by the research and development. Service and the products not never before known, changes of uncommon to common, products of improved excellence, means the quality of the products can be improved by the research and development. Up to date and developed process, means every company, every organization, they require up to date knowledge what type of products are changes, because they require they have to need the competency with the other products. We have to compete, they have to compete. So likewise, the research and development, which is very important unit in case of developing changes of the products, which improves the growth of the company, as the uncommon to common, some new developments are, if it is done, some new innovations of the products can be done under the research and the development unit. Next, this is last unit of this lecture. We can see here pollution control. This is also very important unit. As we know, nowadays the protection of environment is a serious problem. Protection of environment is a serious problem. As we know, most of the chemical process industry produce pollutions in the society. Most of the people are say it has the real fact that all or most of the chemical process produce the pollution. Any type of chemical industry, whether if you take fiber industry, whether if it is take any plastic industry, whether it is take a pharmaceutical industry, whether it is take any chemical bulk chemical industry, definitely we produce some pollution. We produce some pollution in the maybe of a air pollution, it may be of a water pollution. So in any industry, in any organization, there is a department of pollution control. There is a department of pollution control. What is the role of this department pollution control? It minimize how we can control the pollutions made by the unit or organization or industry. Definitely, definitely there is chemical industry means there must be some of the pollution will be there. But what is the main function of the pollution control? It minimize how we can minimize the pollution produced by the company or organization. For the environmental protection, government has made certain laws. For environmental protection, government has made two important laws, that is water pollution law and second is air pollution. So with this law, up to a certain extent the pollutions are controlled. Means there is a water pollution law and there is a air pollution. Water pollution law. Why this law is made? Water pollution law. This law is made to ensure proper disposal of effluent or illucent or solvents by private industry, municipality and other, we can say some other industries. Means specially this water law is made for control of the illucent, liquid material, liquid wasted materials are controlled by using this law. Means it law made certain units. It must be you required disposal. How we are solvents are disposal with a proper treatment or not, this can be controlled under this law. As well as air pollution law, this law is made to maintain the purity of the air, especially how we can maintain the purity of the air. So likewise air pollution law is there. So there are currently 7 air pollutants as we know, mostly ozone, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide, lead, hydrocarbons and other particulates, means other some dust particles like small particles are there. So these are the basic are for air pollution. So there are water pollution law is there to maintain to proper disposal of solvents, and air pollution law is there for proper maintenance of the purity of the air. How they can be controlled? See, there are definitely laws are made, but we have to control with a process. How the removes of solid, how the remove of liquid pollutants can be removed with a two different process in a industry. One is dry process and second is the wet process. The dry process, it includes specially for like a pollutants, dust particles, air, we can say here. So these are controlled under dry process. It includes devices like setting chambers, tall chimneys and electrostatic precipitators to remove the solids. Now in the picture we can see in any industry, if you observe, there are long tall chimneys are there. Means what? That air which is a pollution by the company, which are removed, fog, like it can be any the pollutants, any waste of production of that product are released at top of the we can say certain tall chimneys are situated. Through that chimneys we can release the extraction, as well as some settling chambers are also there. From that chamber also some here with that use of the chambers they can also be controlled. Means dry process, it includes devices like setting chambers, tall chimneys and other electrostatic precipitators to remove the solid pollutants. The second, wet process, it includes specially open spray towel and wet centrifuge to remove the liquids. Means as I just told, to remove the liquid pollutants we have to settle it. Treatment, proper treatment is there, we have to centrifuge it. centrifuge in a company, open spray towers are there, wet centrifuge machines are there. That liquids once you have to pass through that centrifuge and then it is removed outside. So likewise, there are certain control can be there with using the wet process. Means here dry process is used for solid pollutants and liquid for wet process is used. With this process, up to certain extent, we must control the pollution. So likewise, we can say here these are to be controlled. So with this, we seen today. First is process control. Second is research and development, that is R&D, and third one, which is we just seen, pollution control. So three departments or three units of this industry, modern industries, we studied in this lecture. Okay, I hope you are understood. In the next lecture, we will see some more points. Thank you for this watching this lecture, watching this video. Once again, thank you so much.